Alrighty, so I got my door painted last week, as you know, and I mentioned that I probably would distress it a bit because you can see, it's a rustic, antique, old door, but when I painted it, you can still see that paint, layers below still show, even though I sanded this thing like crazy. So I'm just gonna grab my sander, which I've already done a little bit here, and I'm just going to be distressing it just a little bit. And I like to do this with my orbital sander. There's a lot of different ways you can do distressing and all, but this is just how I love to distress furniture. I just like to take my orbital sander, or whatever kind of sander that you might have. I just hold it at an angle and just kind of hit the edges of everything, the high points. And I'm not going to get too crazy with this one like I have with some of the furniture that I've done in the past, but I just want to make this look sort of old and rustic again, but yet keep a fresh look about it, if that makes sense. Sunday afternoon, the girls and I and the babies went to the zoo and had a really fun time. And as you can see, Weston's favorite part was loving and petting on the goats. Okay, so I am on to a project that I've kind of been putting off for a little while. And I really wanted to use the barn wood for this project, but unfortunately, the last bit of it was ruined and old and yucky and gross and not usable, so had to go buy new wood for this project. When you don't have a drill press, you improvise. I ordered this little guide, this drill guide off of Amazon, and I've got to drill a 1/2-inch hole 6 inches deep into this 2x6, or 2x8, sorry. This is going to be the shelving for over by my kitchen window. So I've already got one done. I actually have to drill it a little bit deeper, but Mike was going to do this, but he's got a lot going on right now with other things, and so I'm just tackling this, and let's just hope that I'm doing it right. It was a little bit frustrating because the drill bit that I bought and the drill guide that I bought didn't really go together. The hole was supposed to be 1/2 inch, but unfortunately the drill bit was a little larger than 1/2 inch. So I just had to use a regular drill bit to get started. So you'll continuously see me switching out my bits in the drill, but it's because I'm having to finagle and just size up a bit. And here you're going to see that I have a little issue. The drill bit is not 6 inches as advertised, so that's creating another little problem. Okay, so I just had a little dilemma, and my amazing son-in-law saved the day. The drill bit is not as long, and so he gave me his little extender, and yay, I get to continue on. I was really nervous that I was not going to get to finish my little project. So thank you, Braden. Yay! They fit. Okay, now then to go mount these to the wall. I still have to stain this, but I just need to make sure one works before I continue on too much further. I got these little brackets off of Amazon, and I really wanted the floating shelf look. I didn't want brackets to be showing. Also because of the tile there, and I didn't want anything like up under the shelves, a bracket or anything. I was really proud I got these perfectly level, by the way. So that's why I went with the brackets that I'm using here. Although, like I mentioned earlier, it was just a little bit difficult, everything I had to go through to drill these stinking holes. Not having a drill press is a real pain. I've always wanted one. Maybe someday I'll get one. Of course, I won't need it anymore by the time I get it, but got all this done and then went back in and mounted the brackets to the wall. Unfortunately, the holes on the brackets are a little bit far apart, so it's kind of hard to hit a stud on with both holes, if that makes sense. The bracket holes are wider than a stud. Okay, so here I am with the special walnut stain again. This is what I stained the dining table with, and I'm going to be staining the little shelves with it as well. Once I got the shelves stained, I just allowed them to dry for a little while. Then I took them in and slid them right onto the brackets. Really excited that I got these so level and perfect. And this is the exact look I was going for. Again, I was a little bit apprehensive because I wanted the barnwood, but this is looking so great. And I am not 100% certain what I want to put on these shelves. I've saved back a lot of home decor from our other house and have it in a tub, so I'll probably change my mind a few times, but okay, here's what I finally settled on. I really do think this turned out so super cute, and I'm glad I waited and just took my time with this. I think it really completes the look of my kitchen. So today, out at Braden & Curry's, the trim guys showed up. We were not fully aware that they were going to be trimming out doors. We knew they were going to be trimming out windows and installing pocket doors and stuff, but that kind of caught us off guard, I think, because flooring is not in yet. So if they're installing door trim, then that's just going to make our job a little bit more difficult. Things are a little bit out of order, so it's all good. It'll all be fine, but they're here and we're really happy that they're here. Today, Mike and Braden tackled the tie downs. This is to anchor the house down, and they installed 8 of these around the house to make sure, the house doesn't blow away. All right, I really wanted to share this beautiful sunset with you. I hope you enjoy this as much as we did. Here you'll see that Mike is sanding a board, and for what you might ask, and here I am painting the board. Again, for what you might ask, you guys, it is time to install the antique door for the pantry, and I am so incredibly excited for this. I've waited a long time, and it's going to be so fun. So the board that I painted is for mounting the hardware on the track, and we just install that above the door frame, and then we will mount the track on, as you see, or the rail. I'm not sure what you want to call it. If you're interested in a barn door hardware kit, check the description below. I'll have it linked for you down there. I think that this was the perfect thing for the pantry. I had something like this pinned on Pinterest forever, and it's finally mine. I had this vision from day one that I wanted an antique slider, and way back in the beginning when we started on the farm, we stopped at a roadside antique store and purchased this one. So happy! Our little list is slowly dwindling down, just checking a few more things off today. Good morning.
Hey.
We are reversing our way out to Curry and Braden's because today
it's flooring day.
We're laying flooring today, which is really exciting. Going in a little bit of a different order than we went at our house, and that's just because the contractors and everybody want things done a little differently, which is totally fine with us because that just means things are happening. So Mike's loading saws up and different things, got all of our tools, and we are heading out there to work. Every time we've ever laid flooring, I've named the pieces. So I made us a little key here. Double lines, super naughty, light knots, Grinch face, and super light. I'm gonna see if you see the Grinch face here. Eyes, nose, mouth. It's on every one of them. It's kind of fun. Up at the top down there. It's actually pretty difficult to get started whenever you're laying the floors. I've told you before that Mike is like a mathematician and he measures everything so precisely and takes a lot of pride in that. He's so good at it. And so we're gonna be celebrating here just a little bit the first row that we got in because it did take so stinking long. Mike is a precision floor layer, as you know, and he does amazing cuts, and it's pretty impressive, actually. So that's as far as we got today. He's gonna be doing just a little bit more, but that's looking so great. We really love this flooring. It's the same flooring, just a different color than we have in our house. We've also installed this same type of flooring in a couple of flip houses and then our friends Kelly and Rhonda's house. It's just really durable. It is 100% waterproof. You can take a hammer and beat the crud out of this flooring and you won't hurt it. You can scratch it and it does buff out most of the time. Now, if you get a super deep scratch in it, which really only happens if you take something super, super heavy, like a washing machine or a oven, and scrape across the floor. But other than that, it is one of the most indestructible floors that we have ever seen. I'm not affiliated with this company, but it is WeShipFloors.com. I mean, I really feel like I should be a sales rep for them because I have sold a lot of flooring for them. But anyways, you can check it out. It's called Super Core Flooring. This color is Sol, S-O-L. Our flooring is called Rich Earth up at our farmhouse. And again, we really do love it.
Hey everybody. It is a Friday afternoon. We are out in Braden and Curry's house. As you just saw, we finished the small bathroom, which is Greenlee's bathroom, hallway,
Living room,
dining room, kitchen, and the hallway that goes to their bedroom. And that was our goal, was to get that done before the granite gets here next week.
It's actually not granite, it is
quartz. Sorry, my bad.
Curry got some beautiful quartz and I'm pretty impressed with it. It's so pretty, and that arrives on Monday if all goes well. So that's exciting. Just things are getting checked off.
Yeah, little by little, as we keep saying. I leveled the ground a little bit on the tractor.
Out front,
Braden and we put on some anchors. They're essentially for wind, excessive winds. Obviously, if a tornado hit, we'd probably be out of luck. But up to about 80 or 90 mile per hour winds, these anchors are supposed to hang in really good.
On the house.
Yeah, on the house. Sorry. Yeah, just to tie this down. It's obviously a modular home, and so therefore you want to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. So yeah, we put 8 of those, drove the stakes down in over 3 feet and tied it all off, and that was fun. It was fun working with Braden. And then for the most part, we just did a lot of stuff right here. Oh,
my
your little
door, the
down there.
antique
Yeah.
pantry door. I'm so happy about that. I still have to make a little guide for the bottom of it to hold it in place. The track that comes with the barn door kit, we don't want to use that because we've used those before and that's just not what we want to use on ours. So I'm making one and that'll be good. And you did something else this week and I can't think what.
I don't even know.
You just watched it, so you know.
Yeah, we'll just watch the video and find out. The painter that's coming to actually do their work was like, oh, put all the floors in, put all the trim in, do everything, get it ready to go, and I'll paint it all at once. And so it would have been great if we'd have known that and kind of had a better plan, because we could have put the floors in before they actually started putting the trim up.
The door trim.
I have to now cut around all of that trim. You can slide some of it underneath, but for the most part, because you have to, push it into the groove and then lay it down, you can't, obviously if there's a board there, you have to cut around it. So we'll make it look pretty when it's all said and done, but it's just been a lot of extra work. I think we would probably have been done with Greenlee's room by now if we didn't have to do all these extra cuts and maneuvering and so forth. But
it's all good.
I'm fairly decent at that kind of thing, but it has made my job a lot harder.
So Sunday is Easter, and we definitely want to wish you all a happy Easter.
Mm-hmm. What an incredible thing. I'm going to do a kids lesson this week with the children, do a kids lesson, and it's going to be all about the wow factor and how sometimes I think we forgot how to go wow. And so anyway, Easter is a wow factor. So Braden's fixing to walk in, so he'll probably go, ooh, sorry. But anyway, hope you have a happy Easter. Hope you can celebrate the resurrection and enjoy that moment. Yeah, we're talking, it's cool. And anyway, Braden can come over here and say hi. And anyway,
wait,
just want you guys to think about that.
Oh, God, sorry. Braden, what do you think?
Looks scary.
Can we get your reaction on camera?
It's awesome.
He likes it. This is his first time seeing it. So, well, we had done a little yesterday before he came out here and saw it. But
anyway, have a wonderful Easter. If you don't celebrate Easter, I'd encourage you to be reminded that Jesus came and died for all of us, and that was a pretty incredible thing. And he loves us that much. And so that's a good thing. And I hope you realize how much he loves you as well. So,
like, subscribe, share, comment.
all those cool things.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Y'all have a great rest of the week.
We really do appreciate each and every one of you watching. If you have not yet subscribed, we would love for you to do so. We also really do thank each and every one of you that share our videos and just help us grow our channel. That is so appreciated. But if this is your first time here, definitely click on our Flipping the Farm playlist that you see here on the screen and start watching from day one. Thanks again, and we hope you have a happy Easter.